With winter fast approaching on this December afternoon, AFC East rivals set to renew acquaintances at MetLife Stadium. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it's coming up next. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. These division games, so important this time of year, so strap in as the Dolphins and Jets get underway in the NFL rivalry series. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, plays college ball at Virginia Tech. It's Tyrod Taylor.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
They'll run here. It's Breece Hall. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Dolphins and Jets meeting for the second time here. One of the many rivalries the NFL is highlighting this season. And you think about this rivalry, quarterbacks who took their teams to the title, and they're in the Hall of Fame. Broadway Joe Namath, Bob Greasy, and Don Shula on the sideline for so many of these games, including the Dan Marino fake spike. It was in a Dolphins-Jets game in the old stadium that was right across the parking lot. The Jets have had their moments with the sack exchange in the 80s, Curtis Martin later on, and now this version of these two teams head-to-head one more time. Flush to his right, taking off, he'll try to get there. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5, and he picked up 8.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in balance.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Folks' kick is good. And the Jets are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Greg, hard to believe, sixth season as the Dolphins quarterback.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua sending it deep for Waddle. That is caught. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he's in! Savon Achan. Touchdown, Dolphins.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins move out to a 7-3 lead.
Dolphins 7, Jets 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Panay Wanwu now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here come the Jets. They are wearing their NFL rivalry-inspired uniform set. And of the 8 teams who got the special treatment, this might be the sharpest of the bunch. This has been called their Gotham City Football Club set. Green, black, little gray trim. Sure to be a fan favorite. We'll see if the fashion folks on Madison Avenue give it 2 thumbs up as well. Now, faking the give. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That's Bonito Jones in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Taylor looking to throw. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Rolling right, and they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
So on fourth down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. Malik Washington deep for Miami. This is taken at the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense ready to take over for their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. This one complete to Washington. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 9. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That is caught by Washington. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Dolphins.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He's done it again, back-to-back good runs. 19 this time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Tua. Here's a screen coming for right. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Off the bootleg, here's Tua. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun, here's Tua. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. Now, Tagovailoa on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Dolphins go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Taylor. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw is Taylor. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. John Mechie was the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He'll try and get there on the ground. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Taylor. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more. Chop Robinson getting in for the sack. And that's going to lead to 3rd and very long.
I could go on and on about the offensive line breakdowns with this pass protection, and it's been flat out brutal. But let's give some credit to the other side of the ball. They came in not only motivated to make a statement, but with a great game plan, and so far they've executed it to a T.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Taylor. Going for it all. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
On the return, here's Washington. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. They're going to run, and that's the man from OK State, Ollie Gordon. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
1st and 10 at the 50.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
In motion, it's Waddle. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Back to throw is Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
The 7-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
The tackle by Brandon Stevens. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Ball at the 3, second down and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. To the goal line and in. Jalen Wright. Touchdown, Miami. On comes Patterson for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Dolphins move out in front by the score of 17-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Jets offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Taylor. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. And Mitchell, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. It's second down.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
That is caught out wide on the RPO, and it'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. On the option, here's Hall. He's got space inside the 25. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15.
4 more yards.
They get 24 on that one. Good for a Jets first down.
First and 10 at the
There's a
14-yard
combination
line.
of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
We'll try the zone read on first and 10. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
At the 18-yard line.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Third and long. Now, Taylor. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down.
It's a gain of 21
They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
First and
Really
goal
nice
at the
throw there.
2-yard
The
line.
ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. Second and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on second and goal.
And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's third and goal.
1 yard on the play.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
A second effort, and he is in. Isaiah Davis. Touchdown, Jets.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jets are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10.
Jets 10.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Devon Achad ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achad. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. In motion, it's Waddle. Play action. Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. He's going to be out of bounds, short of the marker, but maybe more importantly, there is a flag down. Let's get the call. So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll take this up past the 40. Pick up a 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. He'll go again with Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Top Robinson, the man to bring him down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Adonai Mitchell. Touchdown, New York.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Folk now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Here's 2. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Waller. And it'll be 2nd down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Nick Westbrook-Akine there. 3rd down coming up.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. That's taken in. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Jets offense and Adonai Mitchell set to take over once again. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe? Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Taylor looking to throw. Open man is Johnson. He's got him. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 1. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Aaron Glenn, he has made the decision. He wants another look, and out comes the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So this winds up to be a very smart decision to throw the challenge flag. They remeasure, and this indeed will become a 1st down. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and a give to Hall. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That is Zach Sealer getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Well, to say this defense has had their way in this first half here, Mike, would probably be the understatement of the game. I mean, that's now 6 sacks for this defense, and we haven't even gotten to halftime yet.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll try to run for it.
Taylor scrambles from the pocket.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here's Austin McNamara now, as he's on to punt for the Jets. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll bring Waller in motion here. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will score. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, Dolphins. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Patterson now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins will go up by 7.
Dolphins 24, Jets 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. to begin the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job defensively. You can see the quarterback, he's working through his options of his progression, Mike. 1, 2, 3. But now that clock in your head starts going off, and that ball needs to come out of your hand. Nice job throwing it away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
They were able to connect on the comeback, but I don't think it was really well executed. This is a deeper route. This receiver's got to push his depth before his break a little bit more downfield. They'll take the completion, but they were hoping to get a little bit more with that one.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. He did not. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it'll be 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
The Dolphins offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's a give to Achane. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 7. A run, and it's Achane. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Miami.
For a Dolphins 1st down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
In motion, it's Waddle. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he will score! Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
On comes Patterson for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Dolphins add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
2nd and 10. The motion man here is Mitchell. He'll run. This is Hall. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Willie Gay with the stop.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He's got his man complete to Johnson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. And the Jets have a first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on top.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
I think here offensively, they got to go in at halftime and regroup. The play caller, the offensive line coach, the quarterback, they got to make sure they're on the same page. It just doesn't seem like they're all communicating the pass protection assignments the right way, because he continues to end up on his back.
Taylor. He completes this one to Mechie. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 20 yards on that pass play. Good for a Jets first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd and 7. The motion man is Johnson. That one is complete. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game, where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This one from 39 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. On the return, Malik Washington. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Devon Achad ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. From the gun, here's Tua. It is caught. It is Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And it will finally be taken down at the Jets' 5-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
At the 5-yard line.
Here's Achad. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Quincy Williams getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tua. And he'll be forced to throw that one away. Excellent work defensively. He took away all the options, and now it is 4th and goal.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jets offense going to get it one final time in this first half. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw is Taylor. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up, and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Taylor. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And their only realistic chance to end the half with points is to throw the ball near the sideline, gain as many yards as you can, and then hopefully either get yourself in position to kick the field goal or at the very least in position where you can attempt a Hail Mary.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage here on 3rd down. They took away all of the outlets the quarterback had. Really left them with no opportunity other than to just throw that ball away. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's Austin McNamara now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13.
At their own 14-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the 2nd half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Dolphins offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. We're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now, this looks like a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. Now it's going to be third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Sending it deep for Waddle. That's caught! And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
54 yards.
It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Here's a run. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
A loss of 3.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Throwing is Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now, Tagovailoa on third and goal. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And he's into the end zone. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Makes the score Dolphins 41, Jets 20.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down.
Brought down 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Taylor. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
That's good for
They get
Jets.
12 yards on that
down.
pass, and the Jets have a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
Give up the middle with Hall. He's beyond midfield to the 45. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
31 yards.
A big-time run there by Hall. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard
Big hole
line.
up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Now, Taylor. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Jets first down.
1st and 10 at the
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jets cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. In motion, it's Waddle. Tua, give it to Achane. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
A gain of 11 on
Well,
the
really
play.
nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
In motion, it's Waddle. A run with the fullback in goal. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
A loss of a yard on
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. Throwing on third down, Tungo Bailoa. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Taylor looking to throw. This one caught by Mechie. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. And the Jets have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Open man downfield. That's the tight end, Taylor. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Jets first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll step up and run this. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield, take off.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Mechie. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
First and 10 at the
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He's going to keep this again. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd down and 8. Now this time they'll look to throw. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This one will be from 37 yards out. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Jets are back within 2 scores. So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger.
And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Dolphins first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now, after the play, they'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
Tua now on third down. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Man in motion here is Washington. On the ground, Achane opens up this fourth quarter. Not much happening there, just a short game.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the 22 now, here's second and 8. Once again, it's Achane. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 10.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On 1st and 10, it's Achan. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achan. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. They'll run the sneak, and he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and goal.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down. This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line.
Still 2nd down.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. They'll bring Waller in motion here. A run out of the gun with Achan. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. Now after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third and goal. Tua. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Did they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Taylor. Throw over the middle, looked in by Mitchell. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
To throw is Taylor. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 11. And the Jets have a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
To throw is Taylor. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
Here's Taylor. He'll swing this one out to Hall. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They'll look to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
The Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start on the ground. It's H.M. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he gets it to about the 34-yard line.
12 yards.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
First down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Right, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Back on the ground and back to right. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Tua. This one caught by Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Tua going to give this to Wright. And the Dolphins are going to be set up 1st and goal. Strong running brings them to the 9. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Tua going to hold on to this, and he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Down in the red zone, designed quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Again here to Wright. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
So backed up now to the 8-yard line. It's 3rd and goal. And he just gets rid of this one. To the sideline, it is incomplete. He did not want to throw the interception there. And now it is 4th down.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away. It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like you find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. They'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard
The Jets offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. To throw here to begin the drive. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 1. A give. Here's Hall, and he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Throwing, Taylor. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
I think the defense came in confident that they'd be able to get after the quarterback, right, Mike? When we met with them this week, they felt like they had a really good plan, some exotic looks, some different pressure packages, and it's worked to perfection. I'm not sure they thought they'd be 1 sack away from breaking the NFL record for the most sacks in a single game, but here we are.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, Taylor. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get it back on offense for 1st and 10. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
In motion, Westbrook-Akine. They run again with Wright. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
A loss of 2 yards.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
Third and long. Here's Tua. That is brought in at the 10. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Dolphins will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession.
26-yard line.
Taylor looking to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back to the air once more on second down. That is caught left side by Taylor. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Back to throw. Move it. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
So as an offensive coordinator, you have to have answers for what the defense throws at you. And in this case, your quarterback is sitting back there. He has nowhere to go with the ball on fourth down. He ends up taking the sack, and now your drive is over.
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On the ground, this is right. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
The ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. right. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
And it's third down.
Third down, 3 to go. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.